AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Oh. Yeah. Let me check my audio. I don't have anybody on the other side right now. Oh yeah, I see the green spark sparking. Fabian PerspecTV. Knicks Rehab. We in the mix. Speaking of the Knicks, speaking on the Knicks, you see the thumbnail, missed opportunity. Game 1 is in the books of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics beat the Pacers 133 to 128. Pacers had what 7 guys in double figures. That's the Celtics had 5 guys in double figures, which is major. They probably would have had 6 if Porzingis was in the game or was healthy. But both teams offensively, it's like the Wild West out there, right? They offensively show this amazing output. It came down to the wire in the fourth quarter. Halliburton with a crazy turnover. He's basically admitted that Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league. The entire NBA recognizes him as that, and you can see Halliburton bring the ball up court, see Jrue Holiday, and get shook. He gets shook. And I like Halliburton. He got them. He's leading them to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think, again, when you have a player, it's one thing to be able to dominate a specific offense, even an Allen Iverson type, who was one of my favorite players coming up. The 76ers were able to create an offense around that. They even have like an Iverson cut and design different plays that are now being used by everybody, especially in this age with so many guards in the league that handle the ball the way that they do, and they're allowed to dribble the way that they didn't allow Allen Iverson to dribble. But they have an offense now, or they had an offense with Iverson that he was such a dominant personality on the court. They had to revolve the offense around him. And with Halliburton, I don't think it's a must, but it's almost like his style is to involve the team anyway. So it's gonna be what I said before. He's a top 15 guy for me off that alone, because all you need is one more guy to really dominate on the offensive end. He's gonna allow any offensive player to be them, and I mean anyone by his side, except like a De'Aaron Fox and another guard. It'll be hard because they need the ball in their hands to get the rhythm. But if you have a speedy drill, what guard would play alongside him? Like even Halliburton alongside Brunson will be tough, obviously on the defensive end, but maybe with Luka and these guys, he can push the ball up and create opportunities for everyone, and then he kind of gets exposed in the half court because he's so soft. But again, I guess I'm rambling on to say Halliburton's style is a style that is a system in itself. Like when James Harden said it, it was kind of funny. He had his moments, but the Joker, Halliburton, who was in this category? The Jason Kidds of the world. These are point guards. These are point guards who are so dominant. They create a system around them, and it landed them in the Eastern Conference Finals. But his flaws showed yesterday, and just with that alone, what we saw, that play for Halliburton, how they weren't able to convert and not steal game 1, because they really could have stole game 1, and they could probably steal game 2, because it's all about Jason Tatum, in my opinion. To me, yes, people are split. They're still going to talk about, oh, well, Tatum had We had 10 of their 18 points in the first overtime in the overtime. Yeah, he had 10 points out of their 16 in overtime. Okay, cool. But the problem with that is, for me, there is no overtime without Jaylen Brown bailing you out. Period. Jaylen Brown bailed you out. He bailed out the Celtics. The Celtics are gonna be consistently having to be bailed out. At one point, it was Robert Williams III. When he was healthy, he would bail them out defensively, in my opinion, because he's so dominant defensively, talent-wise. There's like he just steps on the court and he's just able to switch on so many defenders and rim protect. That changes everything. So Tatum is amazing, an amazing talent, but he doesn't have what Ant-Man has, right? Ant-Man, in my opinion, is not as talented or skilled as Tatum. He's not. They both have what each other needs, but I'd rather have Ant-Man, who shows up every day with the heart. That's consistent from him. He's going to constantly do something on the court because it's who he is. It's his personality. And Tatum and these guys, we see it. Even with Embiid, a lot of us struggle to think like, oh, do you really want to play? I don't know. With Anthony Davis, that was a major factor as well. Like that, for me, 5 years ago, it was 1A, 1B, Giannis, Anthony Davis, best player in the NBA. And it had nothing to do with Giannis' skills, because to me, Giannis is barely skilled, right? It has everything to do with the fact that Giannis is a bunch of heart and he's unapologetic about who he is. He knows he's traveling. He knows he's charging. He knows that he's getting away with a lot. But he ain't going to cry about it. He ain't looking for the callback. None of that. If Anthony Davis had some more of that in him, he's the best player in the game the last 10 years easily. It won't even be close. And you have guys like that with GOAT level potential, as I always say, that they're missing the heart. And you see it with Tatum to me. Yes, he has a 10 out of 16 points, 10 of the 16 points in overtime for the Celtics, but I think he had a miserable fourth quarter. I want to show that because every time I go on this other screen, I don't let you guys see what I see. But I have to keep switching back and forth. So this is the overtime in the fourth quarter. Tatum shot 2 of 7, 0 of 3 from 3, and with 4 points out of their 23. And the Celtics shot 9 of 23 in general. They only played 6 men. They played all 12 minutes, which is telling, because the Pacers, again, look, this is what I was saying against the Pacers in the first, when the Knicks played the Pacers in the second round. You're going to see an 8-9 man rotation no matter what, and all 8-9 guys are going to play at the same speed. So you see here, they have Nesmith, Siakam, Turner, Nembhard, Halliburton. None of them played 12 minutes. The most any one of them played is Nembhard and Siakam, over 10 minutes. Then you get Halliburton in there for just under 8 minutes. And he didn't have a great fourth quarter either. But again, are they a great team? I don't think they're great just yet. They're clearly a great offense. And he's part he's the best version of what they're trying to do with the ball in his hands, right? And get the ball going. But they have a lot of athletes and they play at a speed that they don't want to stop at. And then they have this opportunistic style defense where it's like, I think it was the Washington Redskins in football. D'Angelo Hall was a good cornerback, but the Redskins used to give up a bunch of yards and then get a turnover and think that they did something. Like they were top 5 in the league in turnover, something like that. But you give up a whole bunch of yards. So you guys better score, because if you don't score, this might turn into a 7-point swing or a 14-point swing or a 10-point swing because you guys can't score. So, and then on top of that, because of the fact that you're going to give up a lot of yardage, there's going to be a lot of time of possession for the other team. There's a lot that you give up when you don't really have control of possession. They just don't. And it's the same thing with the Pacers. They want to control each possession. They control your defensive possession by playing at their speed. So the Knicks, we crash the boards. We can say talk injuries all we want to, but we're crashing the boards with less talent and just crashing the boards, period. So the Pacers, they said, you know what? Every time, even on a made shot, we're gonna kick that ball out past half court because nobody's down there. You guys are crashing the boards, and they have the athletes to do all that. One second. And the Pacers have the athletes to do all that and play at this pace to get. Look, it's 8 guys, bro, in the fourth quarter playing. Look, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes from Obi Toppin, TJ McConnell, Ben Shepherd. While the Celtics are playing 6 guys. Brown is in just under 8 minutes. Just amazing. And the Celtics, they're gonna get the foul calling. They get all the foul calls. Not in a bad way, like they earn that. The Celtics play smart. Like they play within the rules of the game. I think it was it 23 to 6, the rebounding edge? I mean the free throw edge? Game charts. Is it on game charts? I'll look it up here. I'll just go to the box score. Free throw attempts, all period, 10 for the 10 free throw attempts for the Pacers all game, and the Celtics had 30. That's around 15 to 5 fouls, whatever it is. It might be 16 to like personal fouls, 23 from the Pacers, and the Celtics apparently committed 15. And I'm not impressed with them either. I'm not impressed with the Celtics defense. I don't see how. What did they do that was that great? You know, it was a lot of intimidation. It was a lot of wearing them down. To me, the Pacers didn't have that other guy in the half court to really shut them down. So not even just shut them down, to really to counter, to make the Celtics think. They're gonna have 5 guys that can shoot the ball really well. But it's a lot of like I said, it's a marathon game with the Pacers. And to me, it's nothing that we haven't seen before. Let's get to these. Oh, number 1. Trav, what's going on? Travis Lucas, Fabian, we can't big up Poo Putt Busters. Shout out to you, Flea and OG. Yeah, we can't shout them out. But we can't shout them out in a way Celtics and Pacers are Fugazi. I'm rooting for the Wolves. Ant-Man makes it easy to root for him, man. Makes it easy to root for him. Marcus Smart provided what Ant-Man did for the Celtics, right? Like he had that confrontational, healthy confrontation, it sounds like. Trav, appreciate the $5, by the way. The super chat. Travis Luke is a member of the AllBall TV family, by the way. This guy's amazing. Stop. This is just the beginning for the Knicks. We take the L this time. Keep it moving. Just wait. Yeah, but we want to talk about the real Ianco. Having a conversation. I think this is showing you what I was saying back in February. In February, OG goes down. That's not what I'm crying about. We're not missing him. We need OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson. Tom Thibodeau's a defensive coach. Get him more players that play defense, and we'll be all right. By the way, did you see Herb Jones? That's the guy I want. Number 1 in all defense. OG Anunoby last year was 2nd in all defensive teams. When you give Thibodeau something like that, it changes everything, because he's not creative on the offensive end, but he's tried, and they figured out some things, right? Because Game 7 wasn't on him, but those are the guys you have on the court that can help out against the Pacers and the Celtics and make it a grind and gritty game, because they all, you know, the Knicks don't have super offensive talent. There is no Derrick White that can pop up out of nowhere and give you 30 points. I mean, DiVincenzo is there, but we can't rely on that. If you rely on DiVincenzo, it's like he's streaky too. Let me see. I heard the button. Oh yeah. Let me hear how you sound.
Now. Let me ask you a question. Is that too much light? Should I go somewhere else where it's a little darker?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, because the light's gonna be a little distracting. AllBall in the building.
Oh yeah. We in the building. It's not a game. It is not a game.
It's not a fucking game.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's good? What's good? We got our peoples is in the building.
Oh man, you missed Travis Lucas, $5 super chat. He is a member of the AllBall TV family.
Wow. Travis Lucas, thank you, man, for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Real talk.
He kind of doesn't appreciate me giving the Celtics and Pacers any coverage because he says, Fabian, we can't big up poo butt busters like the Celtics and Pacers. Shout out to you, Flea and OG.
Hold on, he's one of my favorite guys already. Because listen, I ain't talking about the Eastern Conference neither. So I feel you on that. Our Knicks ain't in there. F them all. That's a fact.
Right. But I think I was just talking about like how the game went and how, like, bro, at the end of the day, are you that impressed, especially defensively, especially when you put it in the group chat? From what we said from February, yeah, Randall went down, but I'm not impressed with Boston and the Pacers or anybody in the Eastern Conference. I don't care if anybody's healthy. Everyone is healthy.
Well, for me, I got to give you props. You've been saying that all season. You was adamant and consistent all season. You always said, too, AllBall, Flea. Even you told us all, I don't care who's healthy. You said as long as we got OG, we will be fine, as long as we're healthy. So you've been dead on spot with that. And yesterday, this is why I'm so angry about our Knicks not getting there. We watched the game yesterday. If Indiana doesn't make that bonehead play where you're up 3 with 10 seconds, you still a game in Boston. And Boston proves year in and year out, season after season, why they're not good, why nobody fears them, and why they're never going to win a championship. Once again, Tatum is too cool. He's too soft. He's not aggressive. And that's just what it is. I'm sorry, but because I think we had a great chance against Boston, and watching that game yesterday proves our point. It proves what you've been saying all season. Boston is frauds, and they're not who people think they are. They're getting there because of talent. And I'm going to just say this. Boston, they catch a lot of breaks. Everybody they're dealing with is injured. Every team. And they've been catching a lot of breaks. So, yeah, man, our Knicks, man, we would have beat Boston. And we've been saying that all season. I think even without OG, if we was healthy, yeah, we'd have been a problem for Boston. So I think right now, Boston caught a big break yesterday. But listen, man, Knicks for life. This one hurt. And this is why I'm so upset watching the game last night going, that should have been us. And we would have stole that game in Boston yesterday, for sure.
Yeah, because we saw them. Brunson isn't really like Halliburton. I was saying he crossed half court. He looked terrified of Drew Holiday. He fumbled the ball as soon as he seen him, and then after the game he goes, he's been the best player, the best defender in the league for some time now. Like, don't say anything. Don't give him any props.
Bro, what? Yo, to me, when players do that, you already lost the series. You say that when the series is over. What type of message as a leader are you sending to the team, to the fan base, to the organization? Man, listen, I'm not giving y'all no props. Hey, I had a bad game. Maybe I was a little nervous, Eastern Conference, but I'm not going to be saying they do too much. And this is why certain teams don't belong there. Indiana do not belong in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't care what nobody say. Because when we there, we ain't saying that. Don't even ask me about a Boston player. Get out of here. Bozo for that.
Um, speaking of, because I thought we could. I think we were being realistic though. Like in the beginning of the season, like we told Lee, none of us were saying Eastern Conference Finals and Finals until we got OG. Like we saw Mitchell Robinson went down and everything, but this
Well,
guy,
hold on. We did say before. We did say move. We did say before we got OG that depending on the matchups, we would be able to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Remember, because Philly, Milwaukee, Boston fully healthy, but of course it's like depending on the seedings, and then maybe if you get a Milwaukee, Boston, or Philly to meet up and knock each other out. So yeah, of course, before OG, but it was still like, what? We still got a solid where we can get to the Eastern Conference Finals depending on the matchup. But once we got OG, it was game over. And you said that probably out the gate. And you're looking like a genius right now, which you are a genius anyway, but you called it before everybody.
But
fact.
Yeah, but so we had to, it was a struggle to get into the like you had to, it was a puncher's chance that we had to make it before we had OG.
Right.
And this guy, I forgot his name. What was this guy's name? He used to be, you talk about a thief who stole money out here. Was it Chandler Parsons? See, this is the narrative again. We always point to people that somehow you guys get jobs and get paid for not watching basketball and sounding like you do. You have a great American accent, but I don't believe you, Chandler Parsons. What are you talking about?
The odd man out now with the success they had with Julius Randle. I think they got to decide on him, and I think OG is a perfect fit for Jalen Brunson. I think his versatility, his defense, the success they had. As soon as they made that trade, they were a different team. So it's almost like Julius Randle goes out, they get OG, Jalen Brunson becomes a star, and the Knicks are good again. So I think that's the obvious move.
So he said the Knicks are good again. We was good all season, even before we got OG. OG just took us to a whole nother level. But let me ask you a question, because Chandler Parsons has been talking real spicy. Never was a fan of him. Of course, great player because I didn't make the NBA. But if we talking about very overrated, he robbed the league. See, I don't understand how guys talk crazy. And it's like, yo, bro, you got your money and just vanish. Like, you literally got your money and vanish. And then now you pop up out of nowhere. First you talk crazy about Luka. Now he's in the Western Conference Finals. I'm not even talking about whether you're right or wrong. Now you popping up talking about the Knicks. You don't know what you're talking about. You look like you don't even watch basketball no more. Let's be for real. You look like you on South Beach somewhere. If they do Miami Vice too, you might get a part. From the suntan to the haircut to the outfit. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's getting out of control with a lot of these fake media, fake NBA, fake analyst guys always got something to say about our Knicks. Bro, I guarantee you Chandler Parsons is not watching NBA basketball. I guarantee you that. So what are you talking about? The Knicks was good again. We've been good for 2 years. You forgot last season we was a, 4th or 5th seed? People picked Cleveland against us, and we washed them up. Then in Miami, Randle got hurt. We still won 2 games. Second round, who nobody picked us. So what are you talking about?
Moron. And you know what sucks is that, like, you're not even talking to people that know about the Knicks, because we were 15-1 with OG and Randle. Then Randle went down the same game that OG was out. Randle went down and OG was out the same game. Basically, the next day they were both gone. There was never a time throughout the whole season where it was 10 straight games without Randle. So it's just, and you know what else it sucks? Because how long, as Flea would say, shout out to Flea, how long have we been kicking Julius Randle's back in, as he would say, the last 5 years, whatever, however long he's been here. When we say we don't like his style of play, the way he biggers at the refs, the way he biggers at the crowd. But this season, he showed us something different before he went down. And when OG got there, that was a whole different offense, and he was a part of it. So guys like Chandler Parsons, man, you deserve to get roasted when this happens. You just do, because you don't know what you're talking about. You just don't. Just ask the Knicks guys. That's all.
Yeah, like I said, it's just weird. That now that we've lost, everybody got something to say. you know, and it's all negative. And once again, everybody dismisses. See, what I don't like is we don't get no props for being a 2 seed, dealing with all the health injuries, the adversity. Now is kicking Tom Thibodeau's back in, like you said, Pauls, is disrespecting Julius Randle. It's still about disrespecting Jalen Brunson. It's like the I told you so's. Yeah, of course you're going to be right after the fact, but in the moment, all y'all was quiet. Listen, when OG came and we went on that run, people put us into the championship contention. So how do we go from that to Game 7 in the second round where everybody's injured? So for me, yeah, Chandler Parsons, I'm being honest, I'm trying to, him, Austin Rivers, some people, how are they getting these jobs? Like, seriously. Like, why, if I'm, you know, a person that works at any of these networks, why am I calling Chandler Parsons and Austin Rivers to commentate anything? All jokes aside, I would really like to know that.
Anybody who has anything to say about Bronny James at this point, we're gonna point to Chandler Parsons and Austin Rivers first. Get rid of them before you ever talk about Bronny James. Bronny James is a chance to make it to the NBA. These two guys are just, you talk about fluke analysts, and oh my, it's horrible, man. But I definitely wanted to point that out, because when you see certain things trending, it's like, dog, like, just invite someone that watches the Knicks. That's all we're asking for. And we probably won't even see anything like this. You just, why should I ever listen to you again about anything else when it comes to basketball when I know you're lying?
Exactly.
Like, we sit up here and we go, I don't know about that. Yo, what happened with the Clippers last night? I don't know about that. Let's go call Dime.
Right.
That's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna just guess.
Right.
It's a shame, man. It really is.
Or even if you don't watch the game, you know the game, and be honest. Like, I've not yet heard somebody say the Knicks fully healthy can win a championship. That's the truth. That's not being biased. That's not a diehard Knicks fan. That's the truth. If we're fully healthy, everybody tends to dismiss that. Every other player, every other team gets a pass. I'm not copping the plea. I'm not asking for no pass. You on the court, we lost. Okay, it's over with. Am I still upset? Yes. But a lot of you guys are dismissing what Jalen Brunson did and what he's going to continue to do. Like, come on. When we named the starting five in our bench that we went to battle with, Paul Pierce, you playing around, you not doing that. We see you with the Nets. Draymond Green, we see you, period. So Draymond Green, you on the Knicks right now. Are we a 2 seed? Are we championship contention? Like, come on, bro. Y'all dudes is playing with Hall of Famers and superstars and all-stars. Y'all not even making the playoffs. Paul Pierce, y'all had to reload to have a shot. Y'all had to get Rondo and Ray Allen and come on now, Garnett. So all these everything is fun and games. But let's stop acting like y'all did what Brunson did. Because we see all y'all when your team was injured or you didn't have the stacked team. You dudes was 20 game season teams. Come on, bro. Come on. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Shaq, you needed Kobe. Shaq, you needed Kobe. You needed D-Wade. Charles Barkley, you didn't get it done with loaded teams. Stop disrespecting our Knicks. Be fair. Be fair. Nobody dealt with the injuries we dealt with, and we got that far. Nobody.
Paul Pierce doodle himself, don't forget.
Oh, man. Now, I take it personal because I'm a real Knicks fan, Faye. You get what I'm saying?
1000%.
You my brother. I can't speak for you. I can speak for myself. The game was Sunday. I'm still grieving. Like, because I'm saying, yo, and then when I see the Indiana-Boston game yesterday, which it was hurt my stomach to watch because I'm like, yo, that's supposed to be us. I'm going. This is what Fabian been saying.
Oh, wow.
We get we play Boston. We are beating them. Them dudes is not motivated. They too cool. They older. Some of them guys is overrated. That coach ain't what people think he is. They getting by with sheer talent and great GM work. And everybody being hurt. Come on, man. Let's call it what it is. So as we celebrate Boston being so great, let's not forget they play against everybody hurt. Give us props for doing what we did being injured. Come on, man. You got and to go against fan bases. Yo, we don't get no home cooking at home. Referees, the NBA against us, and we still fought through that and made it to a game 7 in the second round. So kudos to our team. But yeah, Fabe, everybody's just mad weird now with the Knicks. It's weird now. It's weird. It's weird.
So shout out to Trav Lucas again, man. Another super chat. You all listen, man. Again, we see the comments and try to read as much as possible. Even the hate, I love it. The love like this though, it makes us realize like, yo, there's people out there that just they feel the way we do. Maybe they don't have the time for whatever reason. We connected, and it makes us keep going. So we just appreciate this 1,000%, Trav. You really keep it going. Fish is in the building. All ball looks stressed. Hilarious.
What up, Fish? What up, Fish? Nah. We good.
Real quick, because I know you want to get to some NBA talk. You got a couple minutes, and you know Bill Simmons. He's always kicking the Lakers back in, kicking LeBron's back in, and you're gonna love this.
Let's see. I can't wait.
Bill Simmons thinks it doesn't matter who the Lakers hire because they're in the same conference as Minnesota, OKC, Dallas, and Wembanyama. The Lakers are done.
The Lakers are fucking done. Put a fork in them. It's over. They're in the same conference as Minnesota, Dallas, OKC, and Wembanyama. Bye-bye. You guys are done. If you're not one of those 4 teams in the West, it's a wrap. They might as well hire Linda Rambis as the head coach. They're going to do nothing. Hire a fucking actor. Hire John Hamm. They should hire JJ Redick.
How about Jack Nicholson? He doesn't even leave
Not
his house.
John Hamm. Hilarious.
Matter. They'll be lucky to be like a 7 seed. It's ridiculous. Oh, we'll see. Well, and then like, this is AD's team now. It's like, cool. AD, welcome to the play-in again, because that's where you're headed. The Lakers are fucking done.
Yo, I didn't even.
I love it. Listen, you know I love that. Can I please respond?
Of course. Yo.
He didn't mention Denver, and he didn't mention Memphis when Ja Morant comes back, but that's fine. I love what he said because it's the truth, and everybody's ducking that. Bruh, who said 2 years ago your man need to retire? Have you seen the smoke LeBron has been getting when it comes to head coaches of the Lakers? I've heard 3 greats say he might as well coach himself because that's what's going on anyway. They say he might as well do the will of the Bill Russell. God rest the ghost soul. The ghost, God rest in peace. You must be a player coach. Listen, man. I love it. I love it. You're not going to win when a 40-year-old is your best player. You've been saying that. He's not a first option. He's not a second option. And I'm going to be honest. You might be a role player at this point. You might not be a third option. We can't let the numbers fool us. Can't let the numbers fool us. Oh, he averaged 25, 7, and 7. They was in the play-in. They won 1 game in the first round. What does that 25, 7, and 7 mean? These young dudes is giving Luka's averaging 35 and 10. 25, 7, and 7. So Bill Simmons, legendary for that. And it's the truth. The Lakers got a lot to think about. And I'm being honest. I think John Hamm would be a great head coach for the Lakers. He'd definitely curse everybody out. Big shout out to him. I need the John Hamm from the movie. What was the movie with the bank robbers?
Is that John Hamm?
The Town. Yeah, remember he was the police.
Nah, that's not John Hamm. You talking about that's Ben, whatever his name is.
No,
and,
but no, in the movie, John Hamm was one of the cops.
Oh, he might have been. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. He's from Mad Men. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, the Lakers, give me John Hamm from the movie The Town. And I think the Lakers might be a better organization. Not Darvin Ham, John Ham. That's a fact. But Bill Simmons is dead on spot. Denver, OKC, Dallas, Minnesota. And then, like he said, hopefully if San Antonio make a move, and I still like Ja Morant coming back with Memphis, because people forget when they met up with LeBron and them in the first round, that was going to go down, but Ja Morant got injured, couldn't stay healthy. So, yeah, the Lakers is in big trouble. Big trouble in this season. If everybody's healthy, they'd be lucky they make the play in this time.
You know what really made me laugh? Because I'm going to love this Western Conference Finals. And like you said, I got to pat myself on the back. I had the Dallas Mavericks, the most dangerous team in the Western Conference once they made that trade. That was crazy to me. And they proved me the hell wrong. A year ago when they made that Kyrie trade, I said, this is horrible. You can't have these two offensive players. You got to surround them with a lot. They tanked and missed the playoffs and now are on the Western Conference Finals. 2 years after making the Western Conference Finals. I got to give you y'all props. Once I seen that turn around at the beginning of the season and that trade, I was giving props to Gafford, but it's really the kid, P.J. Washington, big body on the wing, man, just giving them a lot of help. But that ain't what I want to talk about, the Western Conference Finals. Because we always talk about, Mike Conley, D'Angelo Russell going from the Timberwolves to the Lakers. They got worse. Remember, this is all under the LeBron regime. But the one thing that everybody looks over, and I just read about the other day, that everybody looks over, and I forgot about this, or if I even knew about it, one of the best defensive players in the game right now is currently on the Timberwolves. I mean, you got Ant-Man, you got Nas Reed and Cat and all that, but what's never talked about is Jaden McDaniels was drafted by the Lakers, and they traded him. They traded him for Dennis Schroeder. Hilarious. This team is in shambles. We saw the writing on the wall 2 years ago, guys. You can't have a team led by a 40-year-old. I don't know if you heard that, AllBall. I said Jaden McDaniels is one of the best wing players in the league right now. And guess who he was drafted by?
Who?
The Lakers.
Wow. Wow.
They traded him for who, AllBall? Dennis Schroeder.
Now, can I ask you a question? Because you're a very intelligent brother. If we ain't got to do it today, but if we just go back to LeBron's career, to just teams that he's either traded, let go, or didn't believe in, a lot of young guys were just good players, and just got rid of them for, you could go back to Cleveland, Miami, how he tried to get rid of the coach, him and Chalmers beefing, they always had to make moves with them, and then now with the Lakers, it's just horrific. It's horrific, man. So, some of the players that LeBron is just either getting rid of or don't believe in, and it's like, yo, bruh. So, is he really the smartest basketball player of all time? Is his IQ really that great? Because you definitely don't know talent. So maybe him and Mike got some things in common. Because we know Mike as a GM is horrific. And I'm being honest, LeBron as a GM is terrible. Terrible. So I get what you're saying.
I wanna see JJ Redick coach over there though. Because did you see I sent you the report yesterday? They're saying he's the next Pat Riley. And we talked about it. Me and Flea talked about it when he was here. Shout out to Flea. And congrats to him and his family. Everybody going set up for a graduation tomorrow. Shout out to you guys and the family, the Flea family over there.
Yes, congrats to Flea and the fam.
But the Lakers have compared JJ Redick to Pat Riley, a young Pat Riley, which for me, okay. Now he has to go all in and bet on himself.
No. We're not going to say okay like that. What's the comparison? JJ Redick hasn't coached anything. So what's the comparison? Please help me understand.
Well, right. That's part of the problem. That at least Pat Riley was an assistant coach before he became a coach. But before that, he was a broadcaster like JJ Redick. He was a player. Remember, I shout out to John Hammond. Every time Pat Riley sees John Hammond in the building, he daps him. He goes down from wherever he's at, locates him, and gives him a hug because he took his spot on the Lakers. So Pat Riley was a former coach, tough-nosed dude, but he was on the broadcast team. And also, remember, that's what I always say about JJ Redick. He has the look. He has the look. Now, what I'm saying for JJ Redick, yeah, go all in. I dare you to go all in. I want to see this because you smart. You sound like you know what you're talking about, but don't tell us, Nick Wright, that LeBron has nothing to do with bridging JJ Redick's hiring by the Lakers. No, it's La La Land. It's Hollywood. The guy looks like John Hamm or one of these guys from Mad Men. Let him go over there and let's see what works out, because that's not like you just said, that's not the greatest scenario to be hired for. Like, that's a tough look. What happened to Darvin Ham, who's not great, and you always said it from the beginning. How did he earn that spot? Are you crazy? You just want somebody in there to blame. You just want somebody in there to be able to say, yo, it wasn't my fault. Look what we got at the coach. And now, if you bring in JJ Redick, what would be the excuse? That's your guy you have a podcast with that you talk about, tell the world. You teach the world about basketball. Y'all better win.
Listen, if JJ Redick is the head coach of the Lakers, I guarantee you it won't last a whole season. It won't last 2 seasons. He will be fired after the first season. That's just a fact. It's just a fact. Listen, man, I like JJ Redick, but you can't fool me. A lot of these guys, man, they could talk and sound like they smart. I like him as an analyst. I like his platform. Like I said, I like listening to him and hearing him, but you're not going to sit there and tell me he's going to be a great head coach. Why? Because I like the work he does? Nah, get out of here, man. Like, it's too many other coaches that have been assistant coaches that have been sitting on benches for 15, 20 years that deserve these jobs, that are better basketball players than these guys, have more accolades than these guys. Why would JJ Redick get that job over Sam Cassell? Why? So let's call it what it is. Just like what Tim Hardaway said, Byron Scott, and a couple other guys. Bro, be the player coach. Y'all guys think y'all bigger than the game, and y'all think y'all don't need to be coached. That's just a fact. Kyrie learned the hard way. Oh, I do need to be coached. Because where you at now in the Western Conference Finals, being coached by top 5 greatest point guards of all time. When you went to Brooklyn and said you don't need a coach, look how that panned out. So once again, I want JJ Redick to go there so it can crumble and go down in flames. Because that's exactly what it's going to do. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to blame Anthony Davis. They're going to blame D'Angelo Russell. They're going to blame everybody but LeBron and his favorite new guy, JJ Redick. I call him Valentine and Winthrop. Move. From Trading Places. LeBron James and JJ Redick is the new Valentine and Winthrop. Simple.
Yo, real quick, I know you got to run. Kenny Smith said this just now on TNT.
Ernie, in this, where, and no disrespect to Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and or Halliburton, but whoever wins this series, the face of the league is coming out. They have the 2 most polarizing guys, with Luka Doncic and Anthony Edwards. So now, if they get to the finals, it won't be they won or lost. So it wouldn't be Boston won, it'd be Luka lost. It wouldn't be Boston won, it would, or Indiana won, it would be Ant-Man lost. So this is something different to me to watch from a fan standpoint, not an analyst, but as a fan who comes out and be the face of the NBA moving forward.
Wow. So Kenny Smith is basically saying the Western Conference Finals right now with Luka Doncic and Ant-Man are the most polarizing players in the league. The Western Conference Finals is actually like a championship for who the face of the league is going to be. And I never thought about it like that because I've always put Luka ahead of Tatum and Halliburton. I've never put Ant-Man ahead of them, but I did put it as far as a superstar is concerned. I think everybody has fallen in love with Ant-Man in his postseason. But I never thought about it that way where, that Western Conference Finals, those 2 guys, they both got a squad. And if they go to the championship, they may lose and still be considered the best, the face of the league because their personalities are just that.
I mean, big shout out to Kenny Just Smith. I'm starting to question his basketball IQ too. He's so flip-floppy and he just be all over the place. But I get what he's saying, but if Luka or Ant-Man win a chip, it'd be great for them, but I don't see them being the face of the league. I need to see jersey sales. I need to see sneaker sales. I need to see a lot before we jump into, yo, they the face of the league. Because when you're the face of the league, that comes with a lot. It ain't just about basketball. It's off the court as well. Them guys ain't in a lot of commercials. People may not want to hear this. Them guys ain't, I'm being honest. They not, I don't see it. I don't see it. And that's why LeBron is still around. And I think the NBA is keeping him around for a reason, because he's still a face. Even though I hate to say that, but I don't see Luka or Ant-Man. Can they be, top 5 players in the league? Can they be some of fans' favorites? But the face of the league, I don't know. I don't know.
You hit it on the nose, because LeBron became the number 2 selling jersey by the time April rolled around. We pulled this up yesterday, but number 6 is Doncic, and Ant-Man hasn't been on this list all year long. So you hit it on the nose. And Luka has a chance for it. Halliburton's not on this list. Tatum, of course, is number 3. So it's funny that he's not. It's just funny that he's not considered that. As many jersey sales as he has, all-star game he's gonna make, we still like Ant-Man more. That's my thing with what Kenny Smith is saying. I still like Luka more than Tatum. I just like, even though Luka's a big-time crybaby. I hate it, but he's out there, he's smiling a lot. I have fun watching him, is my point. When it comes to Ant-Man and Luka, and even Halliburton, there's a lot of fun. Like Halliburton's a villain, he's goofy, but there's fun. I have fun watching Ant-Man and Luka. Tatum, sometimes, like you said, that too cool business is cool, but now you need somebody else on your team to provide the fun. We want to have fun, bro. Yeah, remember, the Spurs were missing that with Tim Duncan, and they had Tony Parker and Ginobili.
Yeah, I mean, once again, for the future, I'm not saying they can't be the face of the league. I just don't think it's going to be this season coming up. Like I said, this is until LeBron retires. That's just what it's going to be. I'm sorry. Ant-Man now, I'm hoping whoever his team is coaching him, because he's starting to understand, getting himself out there, talking more, and he's just being himself. He's definitely fun to watch. He's fun to listen to. He's fun to, it's everything about him. But once again, like I said, where's the signature shoe? The jersey, like I'm sorry. I can't call him the face of the league. No, I don't see nobody taking that throne. And once again, this is how LeBron is able to stick around for 21, 22 years, because him on the Lakers is still a big sell. It's still haters and lovers of LeBron. People still going to see him. He's still selling out games. So, nah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Are they on their way to? Yes, but next season, if they win a chip, nah. And the way these games is going, is blowouts. It's niggas game 7 blowouts. Nobody hitting game winners. Man. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, that's why this conference finals, the Western Conference Finals, is going to be most interesting for me. Dallas is the most dangerous team for me, and Minnesota they've shown to be real wolves.
But they complete though. They got Minnesota. They have everything. To me, before the Knicks got hurt in Minnesota, to me those are 2 complete NBA teams that, if healthy, they got 1 through 9 all legit solid. In Minnesota, 2 bigs, star shooting guard, got one of the most underrated point guards of all time. And then they got everything else around it. So I like Minnesota to come out the whole thing, because I just think they the most complete team out of everybody. As talented as Luka and Kyrie is, I'm being honest, Minnesota is tough, man. They got the size. They got everything. They got everything. And then they got a real dog over there who's shown to not give up.
I want to end it with this, because Fish hit it on the nose. This is big time. The league can market Ant-Man and Luka like Magic and Bird.
It depends on how this series goes. If they go to game 7, if these games is tight, if they talking ish to each other, then it's possible. But once again, the players got to play into the script. You can't have a Bird Magic rivalry if the games is blowouts and it's going 4, 5, 6 games. They're not talking to each other. They're not guarding each other. They not putting out maximum energy on the defensive end. Big blocks, big steals, big. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, that's what the game is missing. But the players, they gotta want that. These guys don't want that. They want to be friends. They getting their money. Being honest, I don't know if they care about a championship. I don't know. I'm looking at the body language. So is it possible? Yes, but no matter how you want to market it, it got to play out on the floor. If we get 7 good games, some overtime games, Luke and Kyrie going at it, they guard each other down the stretch. Luka get a big steal or a big charging call. Ant-Man get a big block to save a game. And they really talking to each other. And then when you get into the press conference, they talking smack to each other. Then we make a have something. But if it ain't all that, nah, it's just going to be a regular playoff series like everything else.
They listen. I know Ant-Man's not top 15 in jersey sales. They better do something for him because he's the spokesman right now. He's the one who said, yo, Kyrie's my matchup. We're going to see. Huh?
So before we go, that's what I'm saying. He's learning. That's all part of the game. And right now, every young kid that I talk to, when I ask them who your favorite player right now, who you want to win, they say Ant-Man in Minnesota. So
but but when the hell was even with Garnett there? Never in our life we heard of maybe here because of Marbury. Never has this happened.
Yeah.
The league, you better go throw that guy to under the table bag. That is what he's doing right now. Hold on, I'm sorry. That just what you just said right now is incredible. This is one of the biggest feats in modern NBA history. You made Minnesota relevant. Going back to your point about LeBron, he made the Cavs relevant. Who the hell was on the Cavs you wanted to root for? Come on, man. Ant-Man can make this a worldwide. If you are able to sell a Timberwolf logo in Indonesia, you better give Ant-Man that bag. This guy, wow, I never heard it put it like that before. Great point.
Listen, you know the drill. They scared, but we not. It's still Knicks for life. It's still Brunson for life. We be back next season. But like I told you, I'll be damned if I root for anybody in the Eastern Conference if it ain't the Knicks. Listen, you can have that. Tonight is going down, though. This is going to be an exciting series. I hope they don't let the people down. I really hope these are tight, close games, and I'm hoping they're going down to the wire. And I really hope to see Ant-Man guard Luka and Kyrie in some possessions. But I'm really looking forward to tonight, for sure. In a few.
1000%. I can't say it. Couldn't say it any better. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.